Hi, this is Mia. Oh shoot, I have that video on the back. It's not a video. It is a video. I don't want to get in trouble for having stuff. This is Mia. Get real. I gotta call my other doctor and my other doctor. Um, I gotta call him right now. I just ordered a movie, a DVD or an album from Carl Cox. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Like, why do I have to spend an hour pay on buying music? I've just been using YouTube on my phone. I'm probably burning up the minutes or the data on that. I've been listening at work, and my old phone doesn't always connect to Wi-Fi in places. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. This is Saturday, and I had been feeling under the weather, and I have these papers here, which basically, so for one, and that was for insurance. I thought it was going to be proof of insurance, actually, so I didn't even open that. These are all that my son had insurance year round. These two said we had it all but 3 months. I think 3 months is the max. So I was looking at my patient's stuff. So I gotta make a bunch of phone calls. I'm gonna call the doctors and see if I can set up an appointment for my son. And I have to text my patient, this one person. So I was supposed to only work Saturday and Monday, but now I'm working. Oh, I did get a text. It just came in from somebody else. Of course, the people that I want to text me don't. Okay, think positive. I said I love peace. I do work some Sunday. Got added on. My weekend job schedule. Okay. How's it going? So this person was supposed to see me this weekend for something, and I thought I had somebody off. I think they are off Sunday, Monday. I said I'd work. I would probably meet them, potentially go to the east side. I'm gonna listen to my messages from my office real fast, and then I gotta find a envelope for an item that sold yesterday. I've got to print the label out like ASAP because if I wait till after midnight, even though it's Saturday, I don't know. I think she paid yesterday. God, I hope it wasn't the day before. I'll be in trouble. But let me get that. I have so much to do. Okay, let's do that first. Let's get the envelope because I am going to leave in an hour, and if I get on a tangent, which you know I usually get on tangents, right? Alright, so I have these big bags, and I had all of my office, or sorry, it wasn't my office. I had all of my like eBay stuff. Well, I was selling those little envelopes like crazy. So I had a lot of little envelopes, and I ordered more little envelopes. So these little pieces of fluff. This I bought. It has a date on it, 2007. Gosh, I mean, it was just in my relatives' room. I had the book stuff. So I have a book that's sold, so leave that out. This is just junky plastic. Junky plastic with napkins. That's just junk from work. This is old gloves from work. It's not really necessary to keep that. I should probably just throw the napkins away. It's such a waste, huh? Throw it away. It's such a waste buying paper towels and toiletries and I have to throw it. But this thing is getting full. I'm gonna throw the gloves away. We gotta just throw away everything. Are these even gloves? Oh, they're bags. More of this fluff. So let's put all the fluff together. So how's everybody? Saturday, I have been like not feeling well, and it messes with my mind like big time. How do I explain it? It makes me feel really nervous, and I got this message by the way. Speaking of which, it makes me feel really nervous, and hold on. All right, so I had texted somebody while I was at work, and you know you can like take your time responding. They tried to call me. They had to get in the car, so they couldn't text. They tried to call me. I missed the call, and I was actually talking to this customer. All right, so this is what my fear is right now. That I have to go in the closet and like find the freaking envelope. So I have two small ones. These aren't that small, so let's pull one out for now. These aren't that small. I'm gonna look in this eBay box. I have like all of these like collisions happen, or like this stuff falling down, and then we need 2 books sold. So it's like, okay, I keep talking about somebody, and I use the term buddy, and I'm like really stoked, dude, like about this whole situation, but I'm also uneasy about it. So I have done this online profile dating since September of 2018, and it was going really slow. Like it was like a lot of I took my headband off, or I put it. It was like a lot of. I'm trying to see. Okay, so keep the book stuff out. I'll put this back, and I do have more envelopes. So I think I'm gonna put all these in the office in the bag. Just cause, and then that will leave it so I don't smush everything down. Um, so I had told myself that when I had the summer fling in 2016, I part that you could see there. Let me find my headband. It's really irritating me. I don't know what I did with it. I just threw it somewhere. Oh, it's right there. I was like, I want to just throw it on the floor because it's a disaster area. So I felt okay. So let me recap. I made no contact with a family member in April around tax season of 2016, and I had tried to talk. It was basically a 1 day thing because I just got home from a birth, and I told all my relatives, please don't call, hang up, call, hang up, call, hang up. I'm on call for births 24/7 every single day. I never, even if the doctor was out of town that I was shadowing, I still was on call for her stuff, and it was even more important than I couldn't get a sub. I couldn't say it's my kid's birthday. I'm going to a baseball game. Or my kid's birthday and they're going to the beach, or going to someone's having a big championship game. They'd be like, whatever. You couldn't get a sub as a student. You're not getting paid for it. It's not your job. You couldn't get a sub, or even attend part of the time and leave. Sometimes people did, maybe for clinic shifts, so they wouldn't fail if you had like no absences allowed or one absence allowed. So I couldn't really take a break, and so I was like, when you go to births, you get called in, and then you gotta still go to class and take tests and go to work and take care of your kids. So it'd be like if I got home from a birth right now, I was up all night and it's 6:40. I would be like, oh, my kid wants a ride home in a couple hours. My other kid's hungry. My pets are dirty and hungry. Have no water, whatever. I need everything refilled. I would still have to be in my family, and then I would have to try to lay down for like an hour, and that's the time I wasn't going to many meetings, and I would just have to like just try to rest. And so people would call because you don't know if people are going to go in to everything. Get rid of everything. Deliver or go into labor early. So we've had people go in. I've personally had people go in 4 weeks early, 36 weeks of pregnancy. Possibly that was a little less. The baby was not mature enough. He was flailing his nose or whatever, and that was a learning experience. It was fine, but he needed monitoring like for 24 hours, and our doctor was like, it was someone else's I don't know, someone else's lead, and the doctor I usually shadowed was the assistant at the time. So it was like the job roles were turned. But I was a student, so I got to be there first. Like, you're gonna need to watch this kid for like 24 hours. There's no way you're gonna leave this house. And they're like, oh, I have something for my kids. So like, don't think about that. It's not about that. You're gonna miss it. And basically, the family decided, the dad decided, let's go to the hospital. Just getting a car ready. And, it's cold. I was warming the car up, putting the car seats in, and all that jazz. And then they're like, forget it, call 911 freaking one. And it was starting to be rush hour. They blamed us, not like me, or they blamed like the whole doctor that was in charge. They freaking had a kid before we got there, dude. Like, they didn't even know that she was in labor, right? I don't want to say too much. She wouldn't have had an opportunity to get in the car and go to the hospital. Let's just say that. Or she would have had the baby in the car. That's the thing. If we had gotten a call with that many weeks earlier, if the thing is, the baby just kind of flew out and there wasn't really a lot of labor. If there was even a couple hours of labor, our lead might have said it's too early to go to the hospital. Like I'm saying, that like there was like squeak squeak. Oh my God, let's think about this for 10 minutes. Okay, call the doctor, and the doctor calls the student, and the doctor's racing for an ambulance. I wish we could have lights on our car to deliver home births, because it is a pain. It actually is kind of life and death, like certain situations. So I just like, anyways, you don't know if they're gonna come early. That's the whole point. You don't know if they're gonna come early or late, or there's gonna be complications with another kid that's already born. There's people that bleed a lot and they need all this medicine. Like the midwife's going over all the time, taking blood pressure, doing this, doing that. Milk, that's another issue. Sometimes they need donor milk, and people are bringing it from their clinics, from their healthcare facility, because they don't want them leaving the house, so we're dropping off stuff, right? So it decides if you had 2 births in 1 month, you could end up with 3 plus some more, plus be on call for somebody else. So that's where that is. The next thing is the boundaries I set were being broken. So one of the boundaries: don't call, hang up, call, hang up, call home. And people would call, hang up, call, hang up. I was like, God, I just fell asleep. Sometimes hearing one ring of the phone. I had to have the ringer on because I was still on call. Having one ring of the phone can be like, maybe I can go back to sleep. Maybe, maybe not. But once it gets to 2, 3, or 4, you don't. It's harder to go back to sleep. And if you think it's emergency, then you get scared anyways. So, like, it would be like, I'm gonna turn the phone off from them so I can get a hold of or everyone else can get a hold of me just till tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll turn the next day. The next day I had to pray about it, just like I did with the old church. And I promised God that I will not stray from God and I had months where I was, um, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, where I was praying to my higher power that I would be able to, like, not think that it was me. Everyone's calling me demonic and all this stuff. Like, don't think that I'm demonic and I'm going to quit church. There's millions or thousands, hundreds of thousands of churches in this whole world. Like, I could be an astronaut in the space station and be like online watching pastors or watching even my own place of worship. Like, it doesn't change your freaking faith. I gotta find that book because now it's like, okay, here it is. This book is super vintage. It should probably sell for more. We gotta get this book wrapped up. So we'll do that first. Since so this book is really good. It has good pictures. It is black and white. It's really old. I would love to keep this book, but I haven't touched the book except for, sell it. So I have 3 pounds, 1.4 ounces, 3 pounds, 2 ounces, envelope, flat rate, padded USPS. Why? Oh my god. Did I seriously put that I was going to mail it first class? Or priority? If that's the case, that's really, really, really stupid. God, tell me that I did not. Tell me that I did not put this as a priority. So I'm not going to make anybody off that. That would be stupid. Alright, so going to eBay app. Waiting payment on one. Let's see. God, tell me I did media mail on that. I'm kind of kicking myself already. Alright, let's view. Estimated delivery. I can't see it. Usually you can see. Let's see what it says. Oh, thank God. Woo! Media mail. Woo! So that was just a note. This is when I used to take notes for eBay. So I used to take notes and stick them everywhere. And now I'm just starting to do without sticky notes. I've about had it of sticky notes, and I'm sure we have. It's just because I stick them, then I got like 1,000 sticky notes on my computer. I'm like, what's the point of that? So I tried to light this candle and light. Alright, I don't know where I was going with the buddy thing. And I don't know where my scissors are. I gotta pay a bill. So I reckon they're over there. I threw the other ones away. They weren't cut. I should have just sharpened them. I have to pay the Comcast bill. I think it's due like today or yesterday. I have to do it now because I don't want to forget. And I also need to see when this meeting is. This is so difficult. There's like so much going on. I gotta do my language. So Mia note. Climber whose mother conquered Everest solo disappeared on Pakistan's ... Sioux strain overtakes the H1N1 this season, so that means a different one. Going to Mount Everest study climate change. Oh, I want to go. I've already got you down. I don't think that Mighty Tender can help. I think it helped me. It's helping me so far. I'm like serious. Oh yeah, someone with measles came here to PDX, literally PDX, which would be Portland Airport. So I'm gonna look up. I still do Comcast. I still type it in as Comcast.net. I'm old school like that. And let's get the scissors. Oh, I just like whacked myself on that. Alright. God, tell me I didn't throw those scissors. Those are new. They're not in here. I have to get some scissors. What does one do with a pair of very sharp tool? A very sharp tool. Unless I threw it down on the floor on accident. Probably in here. They're probably in here. It doesn't look. It's not looking like they're in here, guys. Like 2 or 3. There are no freaking scissors. There's like a mercury thermometer, and this needs to go somewhere else. This is getting whacked around. Oh yeah, they got shoved in the back. I was like, there's no other place that I would put these. I mean, I'm not saying there's no other place. The old scissors were in here. This ruler doesn't fit in my scissors. That out there. It's getting full. I just clean that out. Where does this stuff come from, guys? Like, I am getting nervous about where this stuff. Like, okay, I brought home a bag of groceries today. Nuts, olive oil, 2 Perrier's. One's in the car because I drank some of it already. Did I say almonds? One. Then I went back. I had something else. Bananas. Oh, and a bag of the cuties oranges. I don't know if they're actually the cutie kind though, because I want to get that before the season's over. And then I went back to line and got. You don't get the rewards if it's 99 cents. I did that yesterday. I got something for 99 cents. Shoot, we should add it to the other one. That's where they get you guys. And then I went back today and got kale, the little kale, the one that starts with the L. It's usually like big in the summer. It was like so small, and it cost $2.49, and the regular kale, organic kale, cost like $1.49 or something. I was like, dude, you should switch it up, man. And I was like, what happens when you try to switch something up? Like you're trying, like, oh, maybe it has different nutrients. Like, shut up. That's something you get if there's nothing else. I was like, what happens when you switch something? Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes I don't eat it, and you waste your $1.49. You might as well spend an extra $1.50 or $1. So I got 1 eggplant. I was gonna get 2, but the other ones have like holes and they're all weird. But it's probably best that I didn't get 2 because the one downstairs was already getting like rotten spots on it. So I was like, it's like, I'm noticing that these eggplants, at least lately, earlier in the season they were okay, but I feel like this is the first time I'm trying to recreate those vegan raw BLT burgers, but I'm not getting too far with that because I don't have the cashew nut. The cashew cheese is like the best, or the cashew mayonnaise or whatever. And I did it once, and my cashew went bad. Flaxseed cracker bread, which I was eating flaxseed, and you're supposed to put the bacon and the lettuce, the eggplant, bacon, the lettuce, tomato, and with the sauce on it inside of a sandwich that's like seeds. I don't get that far, but those sandwiches are like $8. Alright, so this is what I'm looking for. I bought new underwear, like a cute bra that's blue. I have no clue where it is, so I have to put stuff away. Okay, let's pay this bill and see when this meeting is. I want to pay my bill, yo-yo. It's so hard when you actually look at your life and realize how much stuff you gotta do. You're like, I was at work all day. It's almost 7. I gotta be somewhere. And my mind is like, oh, I rather hang out with somebody, but somebody doesn't want to hang out. That's so bad. Okay, like, I know you need a break from me because I need a break from me. Let me think of my password. This is one of the old ones. Someone told me. I typed it in at IT, so it's a long time ago. I don't want to stay silent. Forget that. And they're like, oh shoot, didn't work. You know, I did like a capital 7. I didn't think that was gonna cause a problem to do shift 7. Who knows what it's thinking. Let's try that. It still didn't work. Oh shoot. Hold on. I don't want to get locked out. Let's see. Make sure it doesn't tell me that if I use too many attempts. I was feeling sick. I don't know why I got on a tangent about my. I don't know my password. Really? Are you kidding me? I just logged in. You know what I think it is? I just logged into this. This is what I think is going on. This Xfinity.com doesn't let me log in. I gotta be on the computer and actually go to Comcast.net. My computer restarted itself, and I still don't have an envelope. And I lost my vinegar water that I had earlier. I don't know what I did with it. So let's do, I gotta empty this drawer out. Like, I seriously thought I emptied that out. Computer says it's not working. Last month, I tried to log in the same exact way. I can do. Let's try that. Because I think what happened, I just did the same exact login information and it still didn't work. That's what I get for pushing all the stupid buttons. Alright, let's go in the closet and not try to do something. Let's go in the closet. I have all these clothes all over the place. I'm wearing my shoes because I promised myself I was going to clean and do my hair and do this and do that and do everything else. And while I did all that, I was going to, like, hold on. I don't know where my envelopes are. What is the problem? These are all first class. Oh yeah, I need more than one envelope. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I'm gonna get some bubble wrap. I'm gonna actually utilize that. Let me get some bubble wrap and another envelope. I need 2 book envelopes. I'm just gonna use the eBay branded one. These are priority. Don't need it right now. And here's the box with stuff. So the box is empty. So I gotta reorganize my pocket so I can get in here. What the heck box is that? I need medical equipment. Let's see, go to the office. I need a lock in my office. Alright, let me grab this box. If I cannot find it, oh yeah, bubble wrap. That's what I got, bubble wrap. Where's my bubble wrap? I should have like too much bubble wrap. Rolls. This is the bubble wrap. Ah, what is this one? This is great. Notebooks. It's upside down. These are for sale. What am I thinking? These blankets are not even mine. Why is all this stuff in my room? This stuff is like my closet got filled with my daughter's stuff. I was like, this stuff was not mine. And I was like freaking out, man. Okay, so the homeopathy book, I just put it up for sale. I don't know what it is. That thing is getting a little bit smushed in. Okay. I forgot to get the other envelopes. Actually, I think I have it here. So, I can't take a break from me because I, I would have to, like, I don't know if I did my meditation yesterday. That's another issue I have. So I think, okay, so it has Xfinity Mobile. Alright, so back to envelopes. Alright, so these are eBay branded. These are pretty much, did I already bring out? These are pretty much the same size as these ones. I'm just going to use the one that I have. Sometimes it's fun to play around. Oh, you know what else I don't have? I don't have the eBay stickers right now. so I won't seal them up, and it's already Saturday night. So I had a bunch of really little paper envelopes and plastic ones, and I cannot find them right now. So that is why I'm mad. I might have used them all when I sold all of those other products that were very small. And I know I bought 2 orders of them. I feel like there's probably a ton of stuff in my closet. Here's some plastic wrap. So here's some, are these eBay envelopes? These are old ones. So I have, I'm trying to think of what size. I don't know if these books are going to fit in. So I have some more plastic that's already cut. So I'll take that out. It's like hair all over everything. So I want to wrap this with bubble wrap. So when I do the edges like that, part of it is just to keep. I've made the mistake of putting a book in a bubble wrap envelope to see if it fit, and then I bent up the edges of the book, and I was kicking myself because that was not how I described the item. So I feel like I'm going to do that again. So let's grab some bubble wrap. Oh, it looks the same, guys. It looks like the same thing. Oh my gosh, seriously? It might just be me. It let me in the first time. The same password. Same login information, login. Alright, so the new thing I wrote in my notebook today was Mia notes. And so basically why I started this new thing is because I was not really in a position to find myself. And I told my best buddy back east, like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on in my life. I'm hanging out with people. And I'm like, I gotta tell someone I'm going to that meeting. Going to the lake. Oswego. Oops, I spelled it weird. Alright. So I basically, it was due on the 4th. Oh yeah, because it's a short month. Make a payment. I think I gotta put my credit card in. Where'd it go? Alright, so I'm gonna just tape this on the tape. I'm gonna just tape this down and just stick it in the envelope, and that'll be ready to go. The other book should be smaller. I could use a smaller envelope. But I gotta get, the other book's not paid for yet. I don't think I'll have, continue. I am like having so many issues with income that I felt like God said that my eBay store will get me out of debt. I was like, if that's gonna get me out of $400,000, well, there's one dude who works alone who makes $100,000 a year, or sorry, $1 million a year working alone. I think that's net. That would probably include taxes. I would add taxes if it was me, but at least not shipping, not fees, not the cost of goods. So let's say Comcast, price. Why is everything so daggone expensive? There's a confirmation number and an authorization number. So the Mia auth number. The Mia note is basically because I've been, of course, when I was a kid, I would have been with my family, and as an adult, I was in dorms in the college, so I wasn't alone really, even though I had a suite. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff, so I was like, I need my own room because nobody's gonna want to be with this filth. And so I had my own room, but shared bathroom, or you had the room within a room, it's like a cubby, um, where you shared so the other rooms were like joined by, there's just a suite, the bathroom is in the middle, the bathroom shower's in the middle, but you have your room and your sitting area, but the other one was one common sitting area, the bathroom front room, one front door with the key. So basically my suite mates, we'd each have keys, but they could come in my room. I don't think there was any way to lock the middle part. Because my suite mate used to keep letting these guys come and play and mess around with my computer and printer, and I had hackers coming in. I had a hacker come in. So that was age 17 to 21, on and off, like, because I'm no longer want to have so much stuff. 21, I got married, so then I was married. And then the next year, a few months later, I had my daughter. A few months later, I had my son. And then I've been with my daughter and son and my pets. And my pets beforehand were also with me, but not the first 2 years of college. I had to leave them behind, but then I had got whoever I could. Well, we had our rats first year or second year. I had our goldfish and our rats. I still had pets. Forget it. I had a goldfish after I only lasted 3 months without a pet. It was Kimmy, our Batley died. My guinea pig died. Everyone's animal died after we went to college. Me, my sweet mate, and the guy we met, Guido, all lost their pet like the first week of school. And then they have heartbreak. Our parents. I was with my mom putting my guinea pig to sleep. I was scared. She was scared of rats and mice, and she had a big glove. I was like, she probably freaking took that thing to bed, so put him to sleep. He actually had a kidney issue, too much alfalfa caused kidney stones and stuff. So I really want to think about where my eBay stickers are. The other envelope besides this one, I really want to think about that right now, and I'm fixating on it, like, big time. And so I'm like, okay, Mia, so, alright, so Mia, no. Basically, what am I doing? I have a 17-year-old who's going to be 18 in a month, a few weeks. And, excuse me, what am I doing as a person for myself? And as a person that comes from my background, it's been hard. Oh, God, what is this? This should probably be wrapped. It's like everything fell on top of each other. All this stuff is up for sale, and it should not just be like sitting randomly. Oh my God, seriously, Lord, like, this is a shot. This is not using the Lord's name in vain. This is the actual prayer. I need help. This is so heavy. What I'm gonna do? So this is what sold. It's a very, very. Here's some more bubble wrap. I knew I had like a ton of bubble wrap. It's a very, very small item. Because it's so small, like, tell me, before I accept the offer on this item, I told myself to go find the item, and now I'm not sure what the item is. Is there not something? Oh, I gotta answer this. Alright, guys. My doctor's back in town. I left a message without my phone number because I ran out of time on the message, and so he was out of town and couldn't call me back because I didn't leave a message. So if that happens again, I'm going to need to go ahead and call back just with the message, just with the phone number. So I personally like carry all my phone numbers in my cell phone, but that's okay. That's me. I'm not him. He's not me. Okay, why do I have this out? It's like this thing is so camouflaged. It's like everywhere I put it. So basically, I was looking for a padded envelope. This is a piece of metal. It's probably not going to be damaged, but I prefer to wrap things in a padded envelope or a padded. I just prefer to pad things on. It's like you don't want this getting bent or squished or smushed under 1,000 pounds of letters. So for me right now, I am just all over the place. I just feel like I gotta go to this meeting. God help me that this meeting is actually at 8 and not 7:30. If it's at 7:30, I'm going late. I don't want to go late. So here's what we're gonna do. The bill is paid. My alarm just went off. It told me eBay and bill, I think. So I've gotten a couple of things from Amazon that had looked like, or from the Goodwill, that looked like they had attempted to wrap it in bubble wrap and just throw it in a box that was too big. And so when I got everything back, it was loose in a box all bent up or potentially bent up. And I didn't really like that. And it is what it is. When I had more mess than I do now, it was really, really hard to think about. In that schedule I told you, it was really, really hard to think about returning an item if it was damaged. Or I had a book that was completely covered in stains and bent up and water damage. They did not say that at all in the description. That was probably my worst. That was my worst Amazon experience, my worst eBay experience. One, my CB radio that didn't work. He said it powered on. They both powered on. I actually had to go buy fuses for one. I really should have had him repay me for the fuse. I said, forget it. I don't even care. Like, I probably spent like $3 on like 4 fuses. I'm like, just forget it. I am going to, I'm really tired, dude. Like, I am so tired. This is scaring me, actually. This is going to make it way more, by the way. This paper, but it's cute. This is cute. I love polka dot. I can't believe it. It's like so 80s, like, or 60s. I used to wear like 60s clothes because my mom had like her original clothes in the closet, and her shoes, like her like platformy leather boots. Man, one of those pair of boots were so tight on my calves. I just really don't even think I could ever get them on. This envelope is too big, but I wrapped it. So this is gonna go in here. This guy is getting the sticker in this, which I didn't fill out yet. So next thing's next. It is super hot in here too. I'm gonna weigh this and print the shipping label for this one right now, and then go to the meeting. And then it's one more book has been paid for. So let's pull this one out, and then the third book or the third item. So that means Monday morning, no matter how tired. Oh, they wanted me to close Pizza Hut right now. And technically, I already wanted to go to this meeting, and I'm gonna put this back in my bag. I already wanted to go to this meeting. I gotta work tomorrow. I got all this stuff added onto my schedule. I have a doctor. I have a patient that called me that says that she had an emergency with some paperwork concerning the same freaking people that I'm dealing with. Doc is back in town. Doc is back in town. This guy is totally ignoring me too, right? I don't know. I was gonna wrap this one up. Let me weigh it first and print it off because I keep coming to this meeting late and it's not that close. It's close, but it doesn't take me on the freeway. It takes me, which is weird. So I could take the freeway. It takes me the back way past the college. Hold on, let me go weigh this. So since I already have the sticker and the paper and all this stuff, the tape. So I'll still put 2 pieces of paper and then the shipping label I will cut in half for a small envelope. But I like that also to kind of be a protection. And excuse me, if something gets torn open, they will have a label inside with my address and the customer's address and what was in it. Okay, hold on. All the time if they don't respond, it's such a waste. But I am like so chatty. Somebody talked to you about talking too much, and I was like, I was gonna be like, oh, honey, don't worry. So basically, since it's time to go, I have just like totally demolished my bed, and we're going to go to eBay. I was gonna see what these messages were from this. I'm gonna say eBay. This is the most important thing. And while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna change this really fast. I have a problem talking about adult things, and I don't. So I was watching this movie, and I talked about it in the last video, I think. Star, and my sales are up the last 31 days, 249% shipped payment. Okay. So I like guys. Okay, so I was watching a movie, and one of the dudes tells the woman. The woman's like, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Said, okay, now what do you think of our relationship? So they're basically church folk, and they're mostly like high in the church, and the guy responds with, I have needs. I'm a man. I have needs. And I was like, what the F, dude? Like, I think men, and this is what's hard about men being in sticky situations like strip clubs where they touch you, or like being somewhere where somebody grabs you. So in the Bible, that dude, Joseph, the one whose brother sold him into slavery, is about to get jumped by the dude's wife, and so he ends up back in jail because she screams rape. So basically starts touching this dude, taking off all her clothes. Of course his body responded, but his spirit and his mind are like, oh heck no, this is my boss's wife. He's on vacation, and this is not my intention. And he runs out naked. She swipes his clothes, and he's running out with his erect penis. And so, I mean, it's one of those common stories we used to do in the old church. And actually, I only did that story once. I don't think we did it in preschool, though. Like, someone thing that I don't remember. It's like every other story. Actually, there's a lot of stories we didn't do in preschool because we did the same freaking stories around the clock or year round, like clockwork. Which is because we were on a pattern. I was week 2. We always had the same freaking thing because it always wrapped around the same exact week. So I just wrapped this. This plastic wrap is kind of worn out. I missed the spot right here. Scissors, scissors, scissors. So we're gonna print this now because I don't want to come home and forget. And all of this little stuff ought to go back into the what you call it, this box. But I don't have time. So what? So let's go to shipping label, and this is my opinion. I was only married one time, and this guy would not care about intimacy, my needs and intimacy. Like, these people think that they can just have relations, because I think a man has so much sensation in that one spot of his body, but women have like the complicated, and then that part, and then that part that's hidden there, and then this part that's here. And then I'm like reading online, I'm like, oh, they're like, don't date women that had kids or over 40 or over 30. They're all stretched. You feel all scared, and then it's like I had lost muscle from the car accident and feeling. So now I'm just like, okay, so rewind. Back when I was married, this guy did not care about me, after, especially after we got to Portland. Beforehand, at the beginning, I don't know, when I was in West Virginia, I would be like screamy, and I would have like, my body would just like, I can't even describe, like, it was like psycho what would happen if I was actually able to climax. The issue that I've had in the past isn't like the opposite. Like, let's just do a scenario like the opposite of a guy picking up a stripper. Sorry, a prostitute off the street, where you're just like, let's do the deed and be done and get off as quickly as you can, unless you want to try to stretch it out. But for me, it had been feeling an emotional attachment with the guy. And when my ex, when I was still married, is getting more distant emotionally and not being lovey and being into looking at other chicks, talking about other chicks in real life and in magazines and on the internet, it got really, really, like, it just went downhill from there. And so the most exciting time I can remember was when I still lived in West Virginia. But then again, a lot of that I was pregnant, so some of it could have been hormone related. Um, I feel like in the first 2-3 months, I remember I wasn't pregnant. I was not pregnant, only for a few weeks, for like maybe 3 months. So my sensation of everything got really intense with pregnancy hormones, and so I feel like I need to have an emotional connection where I feel love, and you can love somebody and not necessarily be their spouse or even their committed partner, but it's hard when you feel like you're kept at arm's distance or they're just using you for this act. So with my ex, it's like I'd be like carrying kids, delivering kids, having these cramps, being pregnant, not being able to touch my feet, all this stuff, walking around barefoot. I didn't have flip flops and getting my feet would hurt on rocking on rocks. And you're just like, oh, can I get a back rub? Oh, can I get a foot rub? Like asking, asking once in a while, like, oh heck no, he wasn't gonna do that. But I would service his body any way he wanted with all of this physical stuff, toys, magazine, anything that he wanted. I would even go buy this crap at the store in the middle of the night. And so it really freaks me out that I'm like, okay, this is gonna go out on Monday. Where does this say? I think the shipping is more than what they paid. That sucks. What? Why the heck is 1 ounce $3.09? Are you freaking serious, dude? Oh my god, it used to be $2.66. What the F? Seriously? $2.66 was a lot for a little thing. 2 ounces. Oh my god, I am paying $3.09 to ship this. God, I wanted to stick it in a freaking envelope. Are you kidding me? I was charging $5. At least I would have made $2. Now I'm losing like $1 on this. I did not know shipping went up that high. Alright, let's just let it go. I'm gonna put it at 2 ounces. $3.09. There's nothing I can do about it. It's first class. It's only 1 ounce. And it's going out on ship on Monday. Why, God forbid, why is it saying that it wants to ship it today? I will be so screwed. I'd have to go to the post office. Why the heck is that so expensive? I'm like confused. All right, let's purchase the shipping. Let's get this out of the house. Oh my, I feel like as a woman, my guide teacher would be like, she'd be like, "Oh, women, you're complicated inside," and there's mostly women in class. It's like I would be like, I heard that, because it's like we do a lot of visualization and touching patients, non-sexually, but medically, and it's not confusing to me because I'm a chick and a doctor, but it wasn't confusing as a student. I knew that it was complex, and I've had birth 2 children with natural childbirth, so I'm really like at this point in my life, I'm just like so ticked off that like I feel like guys have it easy. It's like part of the curse of the Garden of Eden. I knew it. I had like one tissue, and I was like, I'm gonna start crying before this video is over. And so, what all I want to say is, I I feel some women can get off really easily, and the guy probably feels really pleased that it's effective, whatever he's doing. But I'm like having a hard time doing anything like a lot of my life, and then I just say, oh, I'm angry because something started and didn't finish, and that person is satisfied. And but I until I can achieve that ability to be able to let my body just be like that in West Virginia, I I feel like I'm going to have to um did I even print this? I don't even know if I printed this. I feel like I have to go is what I have to do. I'm gonna be late. I feel like what balances that out is being able to be with somebody and being able to go out in public and being able to be like touchy, huggy, handhold, like kissing, like being listened to, not being ignored, like being able to have somebody say they appreciate being with you, because if they don't do that stuff, it's like you feel like you're being used. But then it's like not being able to speak up. This is where the tears come in, guys. It's like I'm not able to speak up because then you're like, easy come, easy go. They can get off with a board that has a hole and a fur attached to it, right? But it's like women can get off. But wouldn't it be like on? I feel like putting stuff away, but I'm like, dude, you're literally right now have to leave. Like literally, hardly have time to use the bathroom. Like on oh yeah, I have 2 different boxes. That's what's going on. Like, wait, this stuff's not gonna fit in there. On AI the movie, the guy is a gigolo. Well, he's a machine. He's a gigolo guy, and he's into pleasing women sexually. And it's like, why cannot guys take lessons from this guy? And how many? This is really hard. How many women like just have fun and get crazy and make a lot of noise and dress seductively and like pleasing their partners a certain way? But like, how many of us are like, I guess it's like someone said, if I had insecurities, how many of us would be like, oh my god, I don't want to rock the boat and complain and be dumped? Again, easy come, easy go. Guys are studly and they can get another partner if it's hetero, another woman. Really, like most guys I know are not single very long, and most blonde women I know are not single for very long. But I'm a black female, and so I've been single a long time, and so that's where I am. right now is who would just be like silent, but then feel like you're shutting down your body and feeling insecure in your mind to the point where, and then you start feeling guilt about that and your past and your present, and where it's putting your future and the religious stuff. And it's like being sober, you're facing that in the face. Like you're not really able to shut off that somewhere in the back of your mind. I hope that meeting's at 8, and I swear I gotta get my butt there in the next 10 minutes because I am super late right now. So tell me that it's at 8 and not. Okay, thank God. Right, I gotta go. I wanted to touch on this subject because I feel like a lot of women that talk about their boyfriends, husbands, fiancés online, they're like, they're like happy with how things are going, and they seem to be happy with like say the one lady who lives with her fiance, he's gone some of the time, then she can get freaky and talk a little bit, touch on the surface of what they do, and it sounds like it's fun for her. And this person's younger. I remember when I was younger how things were like, am I not online? What the heck? Shoot, I hate when that happens. When I was younger, I was like just really not sober, and whatever I did I thought was fun. I don't even know if it was fun. But as I get older, then all the baggage and the thoughts, and I do have insecurities. My biggest insecurity is that I'll be with a guy that doesn't really value me as a partner. That I'll be with a guy that's using me. Unfortunately, watching online about people being called to be black women being called for booty calls and that kind of thing. Like, oh, why won't these black women get in a relationship? Well, they're only being used for booty call. Like, do you do that so you're not alone, or do you do just wait for somebody? Or like me when I was younger, you thought that would turn into a relationship. You thought that they would continue to call you, but they're like, oh no, I don't want some person that's easy. They want to go after someone that's more whatever. Anyways, did I even finish eating? No, of course not. I gotta go because by the time I get to the car, I'll be lucky to get there right at 8. Like, hopefully I'll get to the parking lot. My phone is totally froze. Bye.